Hey everyone, before I get started, I just want to remind you that if you like my content, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and then join the Militiaman and Crew Patreon community by clicking the link in the caption. Good evening everybody, Militiaman and Crew. Just joining you guys this evening and giving you a quick update. It won't be terribly long, but I believe it'll be informational and you'll probably enjoy it. Listen everybody, one thing I want to mention to you is that we have a new channel inside our Discord room with Patreon, with Militiaman and Crew, chat room, general. Okay, you guys, most everybody's been there. Everybody that's there now and till October 6th that comes in, we're gonna, give out that lower tier for, effectively as a trial basis. And what we're doing is we've been loading content just like we do with the Dinar, right? So we're talking about XRP and related topics. So we've been doing that for the last few days, and thank you for all that are coming in and getting curious. Basically, news information, articles, and probably videos and stuff like that. Educational purposes. I'm not an expert guru guy when it comes to that, but I do find that what little I know about it's important. And is it related to the Iraqi dinar? I believe they are, and in Patreon since 2003 we have some evidence of that. Okay, and that's really important. So the fact remains is that the technology that XRP brings is going to be probably pretty profound, and I think the buzz around the world is people are getting aware of it. So we'll have information, and you guys can come check that out. Okay, so everybody that comes in from now until the 6th, you'll be grandfathered in, if you will. Okay, so feel confident that people that are here now and those that come, what little fee I'll charge for the remainder, because it's a lot of extra work. That's why we talk about donations sometimes, you guys. It's really, we have a lot of people that work in the background, in back scenes, and one of the persons that I like to say is that Frosty, he's been around the dinar and XRP and cryptos and stuff for a long period of time, but he has some knowledge. And he brings he's very talented. His artwork you've probably seen around the internet, because he has some humor. He's got an excellent personality. So anyway, he's decided to help out by helping others. He might not be very vocal or talkative in the chat room, but you never know. If he gets excited, he'll probably be there too. So thank you, Frosty. Thank you, Greg, Angela from Texas. You guys, thank you very much for your help and your support. It's really appreciated. My hat goes off to Samson, our news hound. She rocks it with the dinar, absolutely 100%. Gigi, she's been helping with people coming in and going for quite some time, and very helpful, rock star too. I got plenty of other people, as you guys all know, the wonderful Pompey Peter and his fit as a butcher's dog analogies, and Petra anchoring on what you know. And there's so much more. Brian the Lion, his spiritual readings in Patreon are fabulous, and we like to tweet those out to get the world to understand that there is a message out there, and he brings it wonderfully. So thank you all. We much appreciate it for all your support, and thank you for those donations that come in through PayPal, Venmo, and Zelle. They do mean a lot, and they help this channel immensely in the sense of keeping it going. We're just like anybody else, man. We do go to the grocery store. You know what I mean? Lights on, everything. So anyway, enough of that. But look, Masoud Barzani, Baghdad Economic Delegation, he's saying to them that the dialogue ends disagreements. So the meetings that they're talking about is this last couple of days, Saturday and Sunday, mainly probably yesterday or Sunday. It says the Kurdish leader Masoud Barzani stressed on Monday that the best way to end the differences, which he's talking today, is to resort to dialogue and understanding between the Iraqi federal government and the Kurdistan regional government. The statement points out that the members of guest delegation expressed during the meeting that their happiness to visit the Kurdistan region, praising the historical role of the President Barzani in building the new Iraq and the struggle against dictatorship. So you got two entities coming together at the same time, which they really haven't done. They had a lot of turmoil in the past, and now they're at the dialogue table, have been for quite some time. all these years, and now they've come to an agreement where you have a huge delegation from Iraq has gone to the Kurdistan region. And who is it? It's the highest executive authorities in Iraq, the Ministerial Council of Economics. I think you guys can easily find that information, who's involved in that. And it's the Ministry of Planning, Trade, Interior, Central Bank of Iraq, Legal Department, Finance Department, Oil Department. I mean, the whole list was immense. All of them there with their counterparts from the Kurdistan region, meeting of the minds, working it out, which reeks of national reconciliation. I don't know if you guys believe or know what national reconciliation is, but it is very, very important. It's always been something on my mind for over 15 years. And if they get national reconciliation, I can see that Iraq is going to go so far, okay? It's phenomenal. So for his part, he expressed a warm welcome to the high-level delegation, I just kind of lined that out, of the Iraqi federal government, and expressed his hope that his visit and these meetings would have a positive result or results for the benefit of all Iraqis and for the Kurdistan region. So that is really a very good thing that we've seen all of these different people showing up. And if you saw the pictures, it's like the red carpet treatment. It's important. So when they're calling it historic, you know what? Reconciliation is historic. If they get national reconciliation and they verbally come to an agreement, they're talking about unification. They're talking about unifying things. And you're going to see some of that as well. But it says here that the Kurdish leader, the best way to end the differences is to resort to dialogue and understanding between the federal Iraqi government and the Kurdistan regional government. And it says Barzani praised the role and efforts of Prime Minister Mohammed Shia Al-Sudani in removing obstacles and resolving the differences, stressing that importance of having good intentions and real and sincere will. I think Sudani fits that pretty much myself. In addition to commitment to the Constitution and political agreements in order to make sure the dialogue process is successful and they resolve the problems. So look, the high-level delegation in the Kurdistan region that contained those folks I told you about, the Ministry of Finance, Chief Staff of the the Council of Ministers, number of officials from the Kurdistan region. Look, all of them were there, and that is powerful. Okay, so we may have to see how fruitful these events are that they've done, but I would suggest that they didn't go there if they weren't on the expectation to be with the head of the Kurdistan region without thinking that there's going to be some paperwork that's going to get signed. And maybe we'll see evidence of that in the next, I don't know, hours, days. We'll find out. We're going to see. I'm sure of it. Anyway, the reconciliation, national reconciliation, to my feel of what I get from this and what we're seeing today and the last few days, is that that's what they're looking for, national reconciliation. So the next article that we're going to talk about is the Ministerial Council of Economy, the MCOE. You guys have been hammering this home for quite some time. You should be familiar with it. And again, it is the highest executive authorities in Iraq. Okay, very important. It says they take their Ministerial Council of Economy takes decisions to unify many procedures with Erbil. So this was yesterday, Sunday. It says after extensive discussions, it was decided to approve the findings of the joint committees between the Ministry of Industry and Minerals in the federal government and the Ministry of Industry and Trade in the regional government. So you see how they got the counterparts together? It's awesome. It says according to the joint minutes agreed upon, so they've done something between the two parties to be implemented after their approval and ratification by the two relevant ministers and submitted to the Federal Council of Ministers for ratification. So they probably went over the things that they're going to be ratifying, which is, let's go. It says the council decided the Ministry of Commerce in the federal government and the regional government would take the necessary measures to complete the electronic linking process and create a specific window to unify import, there's a word, unify, import and export licenses, and exchange data electronically, including unifying the procedures for registering companies and factories between the two parties. So unification, reconciliation sounds really, really promising, you guys. According to the statement, the council directed the completion of the electronic transformation process, automation of what? The ration card throughout Kurdistan, so that's one item. The council formed a joint technical committee between the two parties to complete its work within 1 month and submit its recommendations to the Ministerial Council of the Economy for approval. The committee is responsible for unifying the procedures for elevating and conforming to the standards of goods and commodities. It says unifying the mechanisms of importing and exporting gold, precious metals, in coordination with the central standardization and quality control agencies between the two parties, unifying the instructions and controls for classifying contractors. Instructions mean that you have to abide by those, and that's what the contractors will have to do. And basically it says the Deputy Prime Minister of Planning pointed out that the importance of combining all these efforts to ensure the success of general population census, and which he describes as a developmental, and as being developmental because its outcomes will contribute to advancing the wheel of development and solving many technical problems related to statistics, population ratios, parliamentary representation, and others. You guys, if you notice today that they talked about having over 40 million national cards, and here they're talking about census in Erbil yesterday, they know that everything's coming together electronically. And what did they say? They talked about the federal complete electronic linking. So they're linking the government of Iraq, which is Baghdad, to the region electronically. That's all these systems that are in play right now, you guys. It's been ongoing for not just a couple of days. It's been over since Sudani got into office, so it's pushing almost 2 years. Not quite, but close. So anyway, the council decided to continue to holding these technical meetings to form 4 working groups and bilateral meetings for the following sectors. But listen, the two parties, Baghdad and Erbil, agreed to make every effort to complete the requirements for conducting the general population census in various parts of Iraq, and to prepare the infrastructure, logistics, technical matters, and human cadres to make it a success. Key importance, national reconciliation. They're going to need that, because it all comes around to what? The citizens' constitutional rights. Every citizen of Iraq, not just the Kurds, not just Baghdad, everybody. Okay? So they have the finance, planning, ports, oil, energy, trade, agriculture, and industry, labor, and social affairs. So basically, what are they saying? It will complete its work today and it submit its recommendations. So all of that, they said, would be completed yesterday, and submit the recommendations to the Ministerial Council of the Economy, which is the MCOE, in its session that would be held tomorrow, which is, I guess, today, in continuation of today's meetings yesterday, according to the statement. So there's probably some people that are still there hammering things out as we speak, or they were earlier today. We'll see how that goes. So it sounds like there's more support that, there is reconciliation in the air. There is unification in the air. In what? In a historical way. Why would they be using the word historical meeting? Because it's absolutely probably going to be historical. And they're going to show us exactly how historical it is, I'm sure, in their own time, in their own manner, and without us knowing exactly when they're going to do that. So that's okay. So here, you guys, this is kind of the kicker for tonight. There's an article that came out today that was called "The Parallel Market Will Be Upended." Sources, it says, expected decisions from the central bank will confuse markets and raise exchange rates. Okay. It says the central bank will issue new decisions regarding foreign currency prices and the method of trading them within Iraq. It says, it goes on, it is likely that these decisions will lead to an increase in the dollar exchange rate in the parallel market due to the currency shortage. The aim of these decisions is to limit currency smuggling or the monopoly by the weak-willed. So when you're talking about the parallel market, you're talking about a black market, you're talking about an illegal market that's subverting the platforms to get the dollar. That's coming to an end. So here's another one, okay? I'll get to my views on it in a second, but here's another one. It says, an economist jumps in this afternoon after that article, and the economist blames the central bank for dollar's rise. Confused decisions. This Al-Tamimi today told the news in Baghdad that there are confused decisions, including the decision to stop selling dollars to travelers and the decision to stop dealing with Western Union and MoneyGram. Well, they're talking about the dollar. They're talking about stopping the trade for travelers with those platforms indefinitely. Not so sure. But right now, it sounds like yes, for a purpose to basically cease and desist when it comes to the parallel market. It's illegal, and if in fact that they say what they said they were going to do, and there's videos out this weekend, or at least one, possibly two, from different agencies, same video pretty much, but obviously talk about the strength of the dinar, and to be careful about buying currencies outside the dinar, like for instance foreign currencies, all of them, for instance, because why? If they're going to have a strong currency and you're out of your dinar, and they have a value that's significantly higher or back to the old glory days, can you imagine how much money you would lose by being held in the euro, the dollar, the United States dollar, or any other foreign currency that it doesn't have the strength that Iraq's capable of? Even Kuwait might be one that you might not want, even at that price. Okay, so they said all foreign currencies. That's what I think. Okay, so it says it's likely that these decisions will lead to an increase in the dollar exchange rate in the parallel market due to the currency shortage. So like I just said, if they raise the value of their currency to be significantly higher than the dinar, the dinar higher than the dollar, like Al-Sudani said, he said it more than once, the dinar is going to be stronger than the dollar. And here again, this weekend, videos come out and talk about that. That's the context of this stuff, you guys. So it's awesome. So ultimately, we're going to watch and see how these guys roll. So effectively, earlier when I was talking about this article, it says, in my view, this is a major article today. The CBI comes out and tells us that they will be issuing new decisions regarding foreign currencies and the method of trading them. The CBI adjusts the dinar exchange rate to be stronger than the dollar. The parallel market will take a major hit. Okay, because they're going to lose money, and so therefore, if they're not using the dollar, if they are using the dollar, if they're using the dollar and you're buying it in the illegal market, the price is going to go up. The amount of people that have the utility of that parallel market is very insignificant. Al-Saleh has said it a couple of times that market is not the big driving factor, and he says, look, it's not what we adjust our currency exchange rate for the Iraqi dinar on. The bottom line is it's the people. If you're going to be doing illicit trade, you're going to be doing trafficking, you're going to be doing drugs, and you're going to be selling money, and you need to use the dollar to do that illicit trade, that's going to dry up. Why? Because you won't be able to get it. You won't be able to get the dollar anymore. Only dollars you're going to get on the street are going to be from people that have some. And if they don't have any, it's whatever little you're going to get, it's going to drive the price up, which is going to make it ill-affordable. You just won't be able to do it. That's the point that I think they're making. I loved it when Poppy Peter basically stated this morning, he was hot and heavy on this. I had another hat on this morning, but he's like, what a doozy. You know how Poppy Peter has his sayings. It's pretty cool. Okay, so here's this back to this other article, but the fact remains is, I'm going to reiterate it, they report that foreign exchange markets should be expecting a price rise. So they're given a warning. This is basically somewhat of an announcement, you guys. It's big. Central bank will issue new decisions. So when the central bank says they're going to issue new decisions, regarding foreign currency pricing, the method of trading them within Iraq, they have everybody's attention. They should have everybody's attention. It should have your attention. It has mine. It's likely these decisions will lead to an increase in the dollar exchange rate in the parallel market due to the currency shortage. So they're saying, parallel market, you're on watch, you're going to have a problem. And if you don't fix it, you're going to get it hurt. And so they've given them numerous warnings. So it's sorry, but we've told you, and take the consequences. And that's where I see that. So anyway, everybody, thank you for this ability to come in and talk to you guys a little bit of something about powerful data. I think it's really important that we hammered that one out. Those topics tonight. Kurds are looks like to be happy. Central bank's going to make some decisions regarding currency exchange rates, and we're going to find out how that's going to work out in the short term, because obviously if they're coming to this extent, something's up. If they have national reconciliation, if they have the electronic systems interlinking, we can see something's up. And I think that they've been working on a lot of this stuff beyond our view, which is to be expected, because it's got some sensitivity issues with it, and it really does. Exchange rates are very sensitive when it comes to keeping a tight lid on things, because it's very important that they don't let too much of the information out, but they got to give you some education. And that's what that Turkmenistan model I've talked about, that Iraq is basically mirroring. And check it out. You guys, you can find that also into our Patreon at patreon.com/MMANDCREW, and come check us out. You'll find that we have Samson's News in Discord. We're going to have some stuff loaded for the XRP and related topics also in the channel. So come check it out if you're interested, because if you don't know anything about it, you'll be able to help glean through some of that stuff as we load it as over time, just like we do with the Iraqi news. Okay. Again, we're not professionals, we're not advisors as far as the cryptos are concerned, or any much more than we do give you education for the dinar. So look, everybody's welcome. Come on in and join us, and thank you very much for being with me tonight. I appreciate it. So hit that like button, subscribe, and again, if you guys can check out which venues we have, the PayPal, Venmo, and Zelle, it's appreciated. Thank you very much. Good night. Once again, guys, don't forget to hit that like button if you like this content, subscribe to the channel, or join us at the Militia Man and Crew Patreon community for even more exclusive content. You can also donate to this channel by hitting the links in the banner to help keep this page up and running. Your generous support is greatly appreciated, as always. Much appreciated. Thank you so much, and have a great day.